Trying to hit pedestrians is like a sport in Brazil. You do not have the right of way. If you have an opening, they will speed up. So if you have the opening, you do not walk, you run, or you sprint. So that was definitely interesting experience. A lot of running. And also, supermarkets had armed guards with like AK-47s. So that was interesting. Turned out to be a good thing at one point for us because it was late at night and people were coming up quickly behind us, and we were around the corner from the supermarket, so we just went straight to the supermarket. And then the last of them went back out. Interesting experiences in all places. So I could tell you stories about not so safe situations in all of them. Oh, my mom knows them all. She knows about the anarchist protest. A journalist who had talked about Armenian rights and stuff ended up being killed because he was talking about pretty much this Armenian genocide issue, which has just come up. And he ended up being killed, and his funeral was the same day that we were going to the places in downtown Istanbul, which was the U.S. consulate, and the Patriarch. And protests in Turkey tend to get violent very quickly, so we were trying to avoid the area that his funeral would be going through. And so we ended up coming out of the subway, and you look to your right, and you look to your left, and there was nothing there, and you look to your right, and there was just a line of cops in, like, SWAT-esque gear with big old guns and motorcycles behind them. It was like, definitely not in Iowa or Greece. So that was interesting and experience, and kind of scary and intimidating, but nothing happened. And at one point when we were in Greece, we were in Thessaloniki, and we started hearing chanting and yelling and a few sirens, and it was like coming up the street towards us, and it was getting louder. And so we all got on the balcony and looked out, and we're like, what's going on? We don't understand Greek. Is it some anti-U.S. thing, and they know we're here? And it turned out later we found out it was an anarchist protest. So it was a lot of encounters that you don't think you're going to have. After they're done, you're like, that's a good story. I'm glad there's nothing else to tell about it. After the Olympics, I want to go to Vancouver, but Sweden's always at the top of the list. Got to go back and see family. So, well, thank you all.